Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome here at the Hunter showroom in Bielefeld again. This is the second live stream we are doing on this platform. And today I have the honor to show you all the nice new items we are going to launch in autumn, which is already it is already autumn, which we will launch very soon. I will show them to you in just a second. I would recommend you to get out the news book. Most of you should already have it. In case you do not have it, please contact your customer support afterwards and we will send it out right away. I will try to structure the presentation like the news book is structured, so you can follow it around. And at some points, I will maybe mention the page you can find further information on. Okay, without any further ado, let's get into the products. Here on the left, we see already a very, very nice new product. Maybe you are familiar with the leather already, or I'm quite sure you are familiar with it. It is the Solid Education leather, very, very soft and comfortable cow leather. What you see here is an addition to the Solid Education range, namely Solid Education Chain. And if you watch the product carefully, you will recognize where the name Chain comes from. It's because of this really unique and nice braided structure, which looks just like a leather chain. If you ask me, it's a really, really nice and unique product. And yes, it looks just very fashionable and really high quality. And of course, it is high quality because we manufactured it here in our own production in Bielefeld. We have two colors in this new range, which are dark brown and cognac, as you can see. And of course, we have not only the collars, but also leashes, as you can see here. I also would like to mention that this part, due to the base of the braiding structure, it is quite likely to lengthen after a while, which is for the leash at least also very nice advantage because you have kind of a tuck absorption due to the stretching function. So if your dog really pulls on the leash, the tuck will be reduced quite much. Yes, Solid Education Chain. You can find it on page 3 in the brochure, so just at the beginning. Okay, let's move on to another addition to a range we already have, namely the Helo range. I think everyone should know the Helo range, a very, very successful range. And what you see here is our Norwegian harness Helo, which is basically a Norwegian harness, as I said, made from the popular Helo materials. So the polyester mesh materials. And of course, we have all colors we have already in the Helo assortment, which are the 7 you can see here. These harnesses are actually available in a limited quantity only, so be quick before we are sold out. Yes, here on the right, we can see something which looks quite familiar to many of us, I think. It's because it's an addition to our freestyle range. You can see the different freestyle collar sizes, also the different diameters. We have 10 millimeter and 8 millimeter in the freestyle range. And what we have here is what we call IB freestyle, but I will get to it later. You can see we have 3 new colors, a light gray, a blue, and a yellow. And yes, we have all different kinds of leashes and collars for it. But I think you can, you know the USPs already from the freestyle range. These are just some additional colors. If not, you can find all USPs also on page 8 in your brochure. Okay, so we move on to some other IB parts. As I said before, there's a reason we call the range we just showed you IB freestyle and not only freestyle and new colors. And the reason for it is what we can see here. We took these 3 colors and made a very, very nice new collection, because these 3 colors, this kind of blue, this yellow, and the gray, are actually the trend colors for the year 2021. And we've decided, why not make a complete range out of these nice new colors. So we have, for example, the bats, as you can see here, in the 3 colors, in our standard 3 sizes. And the bats have the easy clean function you are maybe also familiar with from the Bologna sofas. Easy clean means in case there's, for example, liquid or dirt getting on the fabric, it's very easy to wipe off. It's dirt resistant. And in case there is some heavy dirt on it, you can also remove the complete cover and put it in the washing machine at 30 degrees. What you can see here on and around the sofas is our toy collection, our IB toy collection. And if you are familiar with our Tirana toys, you know already that these toys are upcycled. So the outer fabric of these toys is a combination of wool and polyester. And this cute whale, for example, maybe was in his earlier life a pullover or a blanket or something else, which didn't went into the garbage, but instead was upcycled to a nice new fabric. And now we have this cute toys made out of it. The filling is a PET filling, and it comes from recycled PET bottles. Here on the left side, you see some nice new ceramic bowls in also, of course, the 3 colors, blue, gray, and yellow. And you see this nice new shape, and maybe you recognize it is a very similar shape as the stainless steel bowls Nami we have already in our range, because this kind of diamond shape looks just very fashionable and is quite popular. As our Lund ceramic bowls, we have a silicon frame underneath, as you can see here. And due to this silicon circle, the bowls are not very likely to slip, and also they will not scratch the underground, maybe your wooden floor or something like that. So that's the IB ceramic bowls. And of course, we also have the matching silicon pads to put underneath the bowls. Yeah, again, in the 3 colors, we have dishwasher safe silicon and also food safe silicon, of course. We have this very high edge, as you know already, maybe, which is to avoid liquid to float over the pad. Yes, this all in combination with the IB Freestyle just makes a very, very nice new collection. And maybe there's a way to present it at your point of sales in a way like this, maybe. If you ask me, it looks very, very, very nice. Okay. Now we have something really, really special, because in this year, we just started a great cooperation with a very large soccer club, a very large German soccer club, as you can see here. If you're into soccer, you maybe recognize this club. Of course, this is only the start. There will be coming many more clubs after it, but of course you need a point to start, and this is the club we start with. As you see in this display, we have several items you may know already from our existing assortment, and we made them into BVB items. This, for example, is the adjustable Helo leash, and by the way, you will find this holographic sticker on all of these items, and maybe you know it from soccer tricots. It is to prove that these products are original and true BVB products. Next to the Helo leashes, you will see our neoprene reflect collars. We have the black collar with a yellow printing on it, and of course the BVB logo. The printing is in German because it's a German soccer club. It says a very strong team. Here you can see the snack bag you also know from List or Lugo. We have the special feature. This is the magnetic closure, which allows to very easily get some treats with just one hand. Move your hand out and the bag closes automatically and no treats will fall out. Next to it, we have another treat bag, the Helo treat bag. And yes, it has an elastic cord to close and to open it. And yes, can keep many nice treats. Underneath the treat bag, we can see the Helo harness. Of course, the Helo harness can't be missing here. Just looks very, very nice if you ask me. Yeah, we have all different sizes, as you know already. What you can see here is the melamine bowls. We also have melamine bowls in this design. As you know them from our standard range, we have a removable stainless steel bowl. Yeah, just like we are all familiar with it. Just one difference, these bowls come in a single packaging and in this kind of 4C printed carton. And last but not least, we have the silicone bowl pad, also with the German printing on it, which says the decision will be made on the place. In German, place is the same word as a soccer field. So it's a joke. The display itself you will not find in the brochure, but if you're interested in it, you can buy it as one complete set. Just ask your customer support about it. And as I mentioned, there will be more soccer clubs very soon. Okay, let's move on. We are on page 24 now, by the way, and starting with some bags and carriers. Let's start right here with our carrier bag Orlando. You can see we have two different colors, this olive green and the black. And you can see we have a carrier bag and also a backpack. Let's start with the carrier bag. As you can see, we have three different entry options. One is here. You can open this side with a zipper here. Here is another entry option and the same on this side again. Also, we have many large pockets on this bag and therefore many storage options. This, for example, has a two-way zipper and can really store a lot. We thought maybe you could add your dry food here if you are way longer with your dog or something like that. The fabric, by the way, is a very strong and resistant nylon fabric. And yes, you can easily wash it, and it's very suitable for outdoor action, let me say. Yes, this was a green one. The same one we also have in black, as I said before. And we also have the backpack version of it with basically very similar features. We also have here very large pockets to store all kinds of goods you need when you're away with your dog. Also several more storage options. We have a very good ventilation around it. If you open here, you can see it. Here another large pocket as well. And of course, normally for a backpack, we have the two shoulder straps, which are cushioned very, very softly, as well as this back pad. So it's not only comfortable for your dog or your cat, but also for you as you're wearing it on your back. Okay. Let's move on with our carrier bag kangaroo. You may know this already. In before we had it only in beige in our assortment, but it was running so very well that we have decided to add it also in some nice new colors. So we have this navy blue and this gray. I think you know all USPs of this bag already. If not, you can find it on page 26 in the brochure. Okay, let's move on with our whole new range, medicine. You can see also in this range, we have a carrier bag and a backpack. Also, we have the green color and the black color, but in this case, we have the green color only for the carrier bag and the black color only for the backpack. Let's start with the carrier bag. You can see we have two handles, one on each side. Also, we have the shoulder strap, which is detachable if you don't need it. We have several pockets, as you can see, a nice ventilation. The entry is here on top by the zipper. And as you know it from many of our carriers, we have this little special poop bag dispenser attached to it, and it is attached via a snap hook, so you can also remove it and maybe put it on your bag or another backpack, whatever you prefer. Here we have the backpack. The backpack also offers us many different storage options. Also, you can see we have a lot of net material all around it to give your pet a very good air circulation. Of course, we have two shoulder straps, which are very, very comfortably and very, very soft. As you can see here, even a connection between both to make it even more comfortable for you to wear. And also the back part is cushioned quite soft. Also, you can see here a secret pocket, which is hidden on your back if you wear it. And this is maybe for your personal belongings, your credit card, or something like that. Okay, that's two items of the medicine range, but there's one more, which is the carrier bag or blanket medicine. Yes, you're right, it's a 2-in-1 product. You can also see it on page 29, but I can also show you. In the back version of it, we have these buckles here closed. And if you maybe settle down in a cafe or maybe in a dog park, something like that, you want to relax, you can just open the buckle. It's the same on this side as on this side. Just open the buckle, open these two buttons, and unfold the back into a very nice, cozy blanket. Really nice, if you ask me. Of course, we also have some nice new toys we would like to show you. Let's start here in the left corner. What you can see here is kind of a cushion. We call it a dog toy Corby. We have a polyester fabric on one side, which is printed very nicely, and a so-called textiline fabric on the other side, which is a really, really strong and tough fabric. If you touch it, it will remind you of, for example, garden chairs. So you can imagine how strong this material really is. And you know this material maybe also from our dummy, our new dummy, Tough Pumbas, which is just launched earlier this year already. Speaking about Tough Pumbas, we also have some nice additions into this range, which is all these toys you can see here. As mentioned, they are called Toys Tough Pumbas, and we have all different kinds of shapes, everything you can see here. Due to the special textiline material, you can imagine how tough and how strong these toys actually are. Okay, let's move on to our new range, Colding. We have these 3 animals in this range. All of them, by the way, washable at 30 degrees in the washing machine. It's the same, I forgot to mention the same here and also here. And at the range Colding, we have a very nice soft polyester fabric with squeakers inside. And even though it's very soft and comfortable, it's also quite strong and not too easy to tear. Underneath our range Colding, we have our range Pori, and you maybe find the shape a little strange because of these round bodies, but there's a reason for it, namely there is a spike ball inside, and the combination of this fake fur and the spike ball inside makes it a very, very unique experience to chew on. Even if you touch it, you feel, yeah, it feels very special and very interesting for the dog. Also, there's a squeaker inside. And also the range Pori is washable at 30 degrees in the washing machine. On the right side, you can see our new Aqua Toys Avio. You can see the button here stating that they are floating. And yes, of course, they are floating. It's a material combination of polypropylene and TPR. The rope that you can see is polypropylene. And yes, all of them have these rope handles, so you can throw them very easy. And it's no problem if they land into the water. Or maybe it is if your dog doesn't like water. But for the toy, it's no problem at all. Right next to it, we have these funny snakes. We call them Dog Toy Aqua Mindelo. Aqua, the name says it again. Also, these guys are floatable, and the material is a very strong nylon material with rubber inside, so it's not easy to tear this apart. And as you can see, As you can see, we have these two chambers here, and both of them have a squeaker inside. Yes, just to make our toy wall complete, you can see the IB toys here again. And I forgot to mention all of these three animals in the IB range we have in two different sizes, large and small. Okay, let's move on to some new melamine bowls. We have three new melamine designs you can see here. We split them in two ranges and call them Beery and Silda. And of course, we have the matching silicon pads underneath. You can find them on page 35 if you're interested in more information about it. Okay, next I would like to show you a nice new dog pullover we have here. On the first glance, it looks very familiar to our dog pullover Malmö, which you may know already. But if we get closer to it, you can see that there is a reflective yarn worked into the material. And even though it might appear very small and only very few reflective parts, it is really, really glowing, very strong when it's lighted up. You can see a picture on page 37, just to give yourself an impression of how much this pullover is actually reflecting. So we made a good work to make this pullover not only looking nice in daylight, but also very safe and good looking when it's darker. Talking about dog coats, let's move on with our dog coat Monaco. You can see here. As you may recognize, Monaco is made in the popular Uppsala shape. Most of our coats are made in this kind of shape because it's just proven to be one of the best dog coat shapes in the world, and the feedback is very overwhelming. So never change a running system. Why not use this shape again? You can find all USPs of this unique shape on page 38. Just to give you some impressions, we have, for example, the adjustable neck part here. We have a hole for the D-ring of the collar. We have a two-way zipper on the back, which is waterproof, so you can adjust the hole to any position depending on where you need it for the harness your dog wears underneath. One special feature, as mentioned before, you can find all other features on page 38 in the brochure. One special feature I'd like to mention is this one. You may think that this part is made by a sewing, but it's not. This is made by a new procedure, which is called ultrasonic welding. And it has the big advantage that the material is not perforated by it. So by that, we can make sure that the coat is water and dirt resistant. In order to, this just improves the dirt and water resistant feature. You may know already our dog blanket Monaco, which is made from the same material and in the same procedure. And yeah, it has the same features as the dog coat. And also, by the way, the blanket has also the Silver Plus protection, so it's even protective against bacteria, which for the coat is of course not necessary. By the way, on page 40 and 41 in the brochure, you will find a very nice detailed overview over our most popular Uppsala dog coat models. So if you're interested in the variety we offer in this quite large range, just have a look on these 2 pages, and yeah, you will be overwhelmed by all the different USPs we have. Okay, from cozy and comfortable dog coats, let's move on to even more comfortable and cozy products. What we can see here is a cat and dog sleeping place lopa. And you have to trust me now, but this is really, really soft and really comfortable. It's a polyester material in the so-called donut shape. And yes, as I said, really, really nice. We have, as we have it in many, many beds, we have the anti-slip bottom underneath, so that the bed can't be pushed over the floor too much. And also the cushions inside can be removed completely, and the cover can be washed in the washing machine at 30 degrees. We offer 2 colors here, this anthracite gray and the white, and we have 2 sizes, 50 centimeter and 60 centimeter. Here I would like to show you one more cat cave. This is cat cave Skive. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. It will keep its shape very good. Has a quite small entry, which most cats prefer, so they can hide inside of it. And in case you want to store it away, you can just open the zipper, so to remove the bottom from the side walls and store everything flat, maybe in your basement or anywhere else. Okay. Last but not least, I would like to show you our new display. This is a very high quality metal display stand. As you can see here, we have presented our London comfort harnesses on it, but actually you can show almost anything. We have all these holes here where you can just attach our hooks. And of course, we don't only have the holes on one side, but also on the sides, and the same on the back. So you can place your products on all 4 sides and maybe even place the display in the middle of your store if you like. Also, the 2 middle bars you can see here and here can be adjusted in their height depending on where you need it. If you maybe prefer to show some toys or something like that, you can just move the bars to where you need it. On the bottom, you can see that we have a ground plate, and underneath this plate, there are 4 screws. You may know, for example, from a washing machine, they use the same feature. And these 4 screws allow you to adjust the level of the display, so you can place it even on quite uneven grounds. Okay, thank you very much. That's it for the new products we are going to launch in autumn this year. In case you have any questions about the products or anything else you have seen here, please do not hesitate to contact your customer support. Thank you very much for your attention. Please stay healthy and see you soon.